What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the quartering, and I'm still reeling myself. I mean, I had like 5 or 6 other topics that I wanted to cover today, but the news about Elon is just coming out fast and furious. I've got 2 Joe Rogan videos that are pretty good, I think. It's been an absolute deluge of various pieces of information today, and I'm really glad I could share it with all of you because it has been absolutely meme-tastic. Now, just minutes ago, it was officially announced that Elon Musk had purchased Twitter for the amount of $44 billion, more money than, well, any of us could ever probably really fathom unless Elon actually watches my videos. And by the way, if you do, Elon, I'm waiting for that business class Starlink. Starlink works great, but I need more down. I need more down. The 10 up or 12 up is enough, but I need a little more down out at the farmland where I'm moving in about 1 month. But it's been absolutely, positively amazing to watch from each and every possible angle. And before I get into all that, I just want to give a huge shout out to the company that is most responsible for keeping this keeping things flowing here, and that's Meta PCs. Check this out. Huge shout out to this video sponsor, Meta PCs. Look, you've been around, you know that I've been talking about Meta PCs for a very long time. In fact, it's the primary computer I use. But it's not just because they're a sponsor. It's for so many more reasons. They have fully customizable, configurable PCs and all the hardest to find parts in stock and ready to go. They also have ready to ship PCs ready for you today. Here's a couple reasons why I like Meta PCs. First and foremost, it's veteran ownership. Meta PCs is a veteran-owned business. One of Meta's owners has served both in Afghanistan and Iraq and received a Purple Heart for his service. Meta also employs military veterans in Meta's Operations Center and also provides systems to veterans going back to school to help them re-enter the workforce all across the United States. They offer financing. It has 100% US-based sales and support. And when you receive your PC, it's ready to go right out of the box. You don't have to get complicated and set things up. You just plug it all in and you're ready to rock. And on top of that, Meta PCs is offering you, my viewer, a huge discount when you use the link in the description or you use promo code TheQuartering. If you use my code at checkout, not only do you save money, but you support my content and a company that will not bow to cancel culture. So maybe you're not ready to pick up a new computer today, but when you are, remember to go to metapcs.com and use promo code TheQuartering to support me and to save money. And everybody wins. Hey, maybe you're not in the market right this second for a game or for a computer. You don't have to be a gamer, just someone who needs a new PC. It's the computer I use, so just remember that promo code for when you are ready. Now, existing Twitter CEO Parag Agrawal, whose days are almost certainly numbered, issued a statement on top of an emergency meeting happening in about 45 minutes, probably right around the time of this video release. The Twitter staff is in chaos. They're not sure what's going on. Twitter has a purpose and relevance that impacts the entire world. Deeply proud of our team that inspired the work that has never been more important. This is Parag tweeting. Everyone underneath basically memeing on him. Mark Dice coming in with a "you're fired." Hey, Parag, please remove CEO from your Twitter profile. At Parag's next job interview, we see you're in your last role for less than a year. Can you explain what happened? Matt Coursing, kind of sounds like you're admitting that Elon will be doing the purposeful and relevant work that you couldn't execute on. A nice win for freedom of speech. Now, to be fair, he was the CEO for 6 months, but one of the biggest reasons I left corporate America, a lot of people don't know this about me, but I worked at what was called an internet incubator company. Essentially, we had a rich owner and then probably a dozen or so different internet businesses that he would fund that we would all run. And I ran all of the online marketing. I had a team somewhere around 30 people on any given day. And we had a ton of different websites selling a ton of different things. Anyway, I hated just in that size company, which was only about 300 people, and I was at a C-level employee, so there was only one person ahead of me. It was still difficult to get things done in a timely manner. But once it goes private, I have a feeling things will change. You see, currently at Twitter HQ, Elon Musk, Parag, tell your men you work for me now. All of these things coming in, telling him to remove CEO. You forgot to update your bio. I mean, he is still currently the CEO, but let's not forget that Elon did publicly criticize him. Elon Musk releases a statement after taking over Twitter. Elon Musk released a statement on Monday afternoon after Twitter's board of directors unanimously approved his offer to buy the company. Musk has hinted at, and in some cases plainly stated that, changes will be coming to Twitter if he takes over the company, including loosening up on the platform's content moderation, making the platform's algorithms open sourced, and eliminating bots, and of course, authenticating real humans on the platform. I'm not a fan of the authenticating real humans, but I guess if that's just a part of the bots, I have to see how he does that. The open source algorithms, I think, is probably the most amazing part about it. The part that's the most intriguing because, people have long suspected that shadow banning is a thing and that it's holding back a particular group of people. I believe my account is certainly shadow banned. I've applied for verification a dozen times and I get refuted every time. But even the smallest leftist streamer and content creator is verified. So there's obviously a massive amount of bias there. And in his statement, he put, rocket, whatever, emojis. I don't know what to call emojis. I still call them emoticons. He writes, free speech is a bedrock of functioning democracy, and Twitter is the digital town square where matters vital to the future of humanity are debated, said Mr. Musk. I also want to make Twitter better than ever by enhancing the products with new features, making algorithms open source, increasing trust, defeating spam bots, and authenticating all humans. Twitter has tremendous potential, and I look forward to working with the company, the community of users to unlock it. And if we look at this tweet, the tweet is about 20 minutes old, 500,000 likes, and everybody's a fan. Donuts, were you there when Elon bought Twitter that April day? Me going to apply for verification. Matt Kors, was it an expensive way to get an edit button? Yes. Was it worth it? Still, yes. You have a lot of shout outs to that cat account, which I love. Well, in one day, Twitter went from being the platform I hated the most to the one I'm going to use more than any others. Now, a word of caution, though. A word of caution about this, because let's see. I think Elon has the right intentions, but let's see how things get done. Hodge Twins coming in it with the Jurassic Park meme. You did it, you crazy son of a bee. You did it. So everybody basically I would say most normies don't care about this. Again, it's only the extreme left that is upset by this. And then you see these people, and then there's all these bots. By the way, all these bots are saying they're leaving Twitter. Look at, that's it. That seals the deal. I'm no longer a Twitter user. I've been a user since 2021, and I've never been more disgusted. I officially will be deactivating my account and going to Instagram where they know how to run a platform. By the way, you can follow my Instagram. I would love if you did. If more people follow me there, I would definitely use it more. I have to put my time into where I get interaction. I'll put a link to my Instagram. I think it's the Quartering YT, because the quartering was taken, or I took it and I forgot about that account, but I'll put a link in the description. Then you see another 18 seconds, I are saying the exact same thing. Then you see another account saying the exact same thing. And here's another account saying the exact same thing, saying thousands are leaving, laughing, crying emoji. So the bots are going nuts. Then Mr. Beast chimes in, writing, this is going to be so interesting, hitting it with the popcorn. I do think that Mr. Beast is probably secretly based, or at minimum, he's just apolitical and he just is smart enough to not open his mouth. And, that's probably a good thing, given his content is basically universally promoted by everybody. And you see it trending by Twitter. We'll have to see. Right-wing users on Twitter today, by Twitter, Elon Musk Twitter. Wait, right-wing users? What? Here's Cenk Uygur. Is this when we all pretend we're going to leave Twitter with hashtags like buy Twitter, but no one actually leaves? Unironically, a rare W for Chunk Uger. Kyle Becker, you don't have to say you're leaving Twitter. If you're afraid of free speech, just leave. No one will miss you leaving the current narrative. Why is Twitter trending? If you're going to delete your account, just delete it instead of tweeting how you're totally going to delete it soon. Trust me. All the MFers saying buy Twitter are the same ones who are going to leave when Donald Trump became president. These virtual temper tantrums got to stop. Everybody knows. Everybody knows they're not leaving Twitter. And Elon's statement, I think, is exactly what most of us want to hear. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. I'm happy to see Mr. Beast clearly interested in watching it. Maybe it's just, as a business perspective, he's interested in it, and, that's the case. But I'm sure there's going to be absolute tons of news over the next 3 or 4 days. I will put in the extra time and extra hours and make sure I keep you all up to date. Wherever you're watching, if it's Odyssey, Rumble, or BitChute, or here on YouTube, please do consider subscribing in whatever way, shape. Subscribe on BitChute, Odyssey, Rumble, or here on YouTube. Please take a moment to create an account. And hey, if you haven't yet, follow me on Twitter. I'm the Quartering on Twitter. I'd love to have you. Maybe I might actually be able to see your replies. You might actually be able to see my tweets after a few weeks. We'll be interested to see how this all shakes out and what leaks out of their emergency meeting, which I'm sure I'll be covering later tonight. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.